What's up guys, Cashin here, and today is Tuesday, which means we're going to have another Guild Wars lore video, and today is Zhaitan's lore. Now this is actually very interesting because Zhaitan was the first dragon you fight in Guild Wars 2. The thing that's very interesting about him is that a lot of people know jack shit about Zhaitan's lore. Even though he was in the game, they didn't really get into a lot of the stuff that happened. So let's go ahead and get down to it. Now he's actually considered the Elder Undead Dragon of Or. That is by the official wiki. However, since he's not from Or, I actually call him the Elder Undead Dragon. His sphere of influence is based around shadow and death. So a lot of his corruption is actually resurrecting the dead. Unlike the other Elder Dragons, Zhaitan devours magical energy through minions known as Mouths of Zhaitan by consuming magical artifacts. Zhaitan actually strategically placed himself in the old ancient city of Or due to its high quantity of artifacts. The next kind of special minion he had was known as the Eyes of Zhaitan, which actually helped extend his vision throughout Tyria. They also worked as generals, carrying out his order and will by commanding his minions known as the Risen. In 1219 AD, Zhaitan woke up, bringing the ancient city of Or to the surface. It was Commodore Kobaya Mariner, founder of the rebuilt Lion's Arch, who saw Or rise. According to him, as Or rose, thousands of undead swarmed the lands over a tidal wave. Historically, this is actually called the Great Tsunami. The Great Tsunami drowned thousands and sank hundreds of ships with them. With this, it actually flooded Lion's Arch and the Battle Isles. It also significantly reshaped the coastline of the Sea of Sorrows. With the hundreds of sunken ships that I was talking about before, Zhaitan actually created his dead ship fleet, which he then used to sail across the Straits of Malcor towards the Ring of Fire and then went up to the southern Sea of Sorrows, which he then blocked Tyria's access to Cantha and Ilona. By doing this, he achieved the isolation of Tyria for its cleansing. In 1325 AE, he launched an attack against Claw Island, the defending fortress of Lion's Arch, where Lion Guard were slaughtered by the Risen. Knowing Zhaitan had his sights on the heart of Tyria, a retaliation mission to retake Claw Island was created and planned out with the collective effort of the Vigil, Order of Whispers, and the Dermid Priory, known as the Pact. With the pact created, a leader was found in the hands of a Sylvari firstborn known as Traherne. With the strategic mind of Traherne leading the charge, the pact managed to defeat one of Zhaitan's champions known as Blightgast at Claw Island. Once they had secured the Risen-infested fortress, the pact launched a counteroffensive through Steamspur Mountains and following the path into Or itself. Above the skies of the Or City of Arah, the crown airship of the pact known as the Glory of Tyria, or GOT for short, was built with the ingenuity of all five races and was crewed by a reunited Destiny's Edge. Once they engaged in combat with Zhaitan, to his surprise, they crippled him with GOT's megalith cannon, which utterly destroyed his combat competency. Basically, they kicked him in the balls. As Zhaitan attempted to recover from the effects of the megalith cannon, GOT's crew bombarded him with a special anti-Elder Dragon armed cannon developed by the Asura, which all but annihilated any chance of Zhaitan surviving. Falling to his death, Zhaitan crashed on the eastern edge. In the aftermath of the battle, the Pact went searching for Zhaitan's remains, while thinning out the Risen within Arah. Once Zhaitan's remains were found, the Dermid Priory excavated his remains, taking tissue and bone samples. They even detached his tail and preserved it, taking it back to the Dermid Priory's basement library, which you could actually find in-game. Since Zhaitan's death, his influence has begun to reverse, and the Risen numbers have thinned to a manageable threat. What's up guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you'd like to see any more from me, go ahead and click on that previous video. However, if you've already seen that and you want to see something else, try this other series that I played. As always guys, thank you so much for just being there for me and for the channel, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. As always, guys, remember to spank that sexy subscribe button, and as always, be excellent to each other. Until next time.